that poses an interesting question in and of itself. So you mentioned you were the only black male in that space. At that corporate level, even across different companies, did you see what was the presence of black women in relation to black men?
Um, Black women were all throughout the place.
Mm,
They were the administrative assistants. They were the sales assistants. They were in credit. They were in customer service. They were in HR.
mm,
They were strategically placed around companies to use what we're naturally expressive people.
okay.
So I saw in hindsight, I saw how these companies would hire these women in, use our expressive, passionate nature for them to advocate on the company's behalf
Mm,
to make them profits,
mm-hmm.
and then turn around and give them a Scooby snack. And so they think they're doing something by protecting and building this company up. So when I come in, I actually had to fight with a lot of sisters
Wow.
because they saw me as a black man and I'm moving in the area where white guys are above them, and they didn't like it too much.
Mm,
So I'm thinking I'm gonna see an ally, and more. I had more of a problem
mm-hmm.
with administrators, so I ended up having to align myself with more non-black women in corporate America
Wow.
because the black women, let's just say my paperwork, my sales, I got the biggest sale, but let's say my paperwork just was slow to get processed, but everybody else's stuff will get processed. And I have no problem with these women, but it was just slow
Mm-hmm.
to the point to where somebody from upstream had to come and say, "Where's Kevin Sale? We need this to come through." And I was having tension at whatever company I worked in with black women in administrative positions. Well, it was mirroring what was going on in the dating scene too.
Uh oh. So now,
Yeah, because
you're gonna have to go there because you speak about a competition, especially in the corporate space between black men and black women, and now you're kind of suggesting that happened elsewhere. Connect those for us. Tell us what that meant.
well, if you have me walking around in a nice Brooks Brothers suit at the time, tailored, such and so forth, driving, parking up front in my reserve space with my briefcase and my expense account and my company American Express. And this is back in the days before people even had email address. So you getting played for having an email address. Girl, he got email address on his card. He must be somebody. You had cell phones, StarTech. I had a StarTech cell phone. If you know what that means, I had a StarTech with a slim lithium battery.
Uh,
Look it up, youngsters. That's back when the cell phones are this big and I got a flip StarTech. Okay, so I was not just talking. I had the receipts. My name is on the plaques and the trophies and the awards.
right.
And people are coming in from out of town to say, where's this Kevin Samuels? You got VPs and teams coming in to meet me, and they're sitting there looking at the guy deliver. And so I noticed that they I was starting to get a little bit more friendly, but it already had been said. I'm like, these women are not on my side here, and I've done
Mm,
nothing to them.
mm.
But I had one woman that I went to high school with, and she ended up working in the same company. She's like, they think you just full of yourself. They think you're arrogant.
Wow.
I'm like, but if it's Greg and Greg is doing it, he's just Greg.
Right.
But I'm arrogant. But oh, I forgot. Back when I was on the campus at OU, if you said, "Hey, Kevin, what's going on?" and I didn't hear you, I had my headphones on, I was having a bad day. It was no big deal. But
Mm-hmm.
let that be the semester after I pledged Kappa and went over. And all of a sudden, now I'm not speaking to you because I'm a Kappa. He's arrogant. He's full of himself. See, people when black men were in corporate America, everybody knew it.
Yeah.
So did black women, and just like a reputation, people will throw on you their issues.
Yes.
So I took on all kind of scenarios. So here's the thing: I'm in corporate America. I'm competing. I'm winning, and I'm going out with the guys to the after parties, the happy hours here there. And it's funny because you go with the white guys over here, we're going to the men's club and such and so forth. You go with the brothers, you go something different.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different hanging out with mixed crowds versus black crowds.
Okay.
Mixed crowds, you are the man. Black crowd, the women were completely different. Mixed
Mm,
crowd, Becky is wanting to buy you a shot. I love your tie. You smell so good. You so handsome. In the black crowd, no. I mean,
Mm,
just like the
mm.
rudeness of us. You want to dance? I mean, I saw women that was so rude to men, nuclear rejection, taking pride in
Taking
insulting
pride
them
in it.
because
Yes. Hmm.
a man just asked her to dance and she's dancing with
Right.
her girlfriends.
Yes.
So what I realized is, as being a guy who's 6'4", I was given some natural gifts, but I also grew up around the geeks and nerds and the guys without, and I've always advocated for men who look like my grandfather, my uncle in the factory work. Even to this day, I advocate heavily for blue collar guys
Hmm.
because I've lived in that white collar world and heard these very same women talk crap about these men that in any other group would get praises
Mm.
because they didn't have a chance to go work in these white collar environments.